Hi, this tutorial will show you how to easily print out beautiful labels using a free online image editor called Google Drawing. We're going to start out on our website. First click on the label templates. We'll have a section for all of our Google Drawing templates with your specific labels listed. So just find your label and simply click on the link. This will open a page on Google where you will be able to make your own copy of our template. At this point, if you're not logged into a Google account such as Gmail, it will prompt you to log in. Just click on the Make a Copy link and that will bring up the template ready to edit right in your browser. This is the Google Draw workspace. There's no need to download any software to your computer. I absolutely love this free program. It has all the tools we'll need to make great looking labels, yet it's very simple to use. Before we get started designing, we need to talk briefly about bleed and trim. No printer will get labels absolutely precisely aligned every time, not even professional printers, and especially not our home printers. So the industry has a way to get around this problem, and it will work for us at home too. So bleed will extend the background past the edges of the label so that with slight shifting, the label is entirely covered by your background. Conversely, you will not want to extend text or other design elements to the edge of the label, or else any slight misalignment could result in your design element being cut off. In professional printing, they call that trim. Please keep these concepts in mind while you design your label. Okay, first we're going to show you how to draw a simple label, just adding some text, maybe drawing on the label. First, we're going to add a text box, so go up and click on the text icon. And once you do that, you go down and drag a text box out and simply start typing. I'm going to type in our business name of Curated Naturals. And we get the question all the time, how can I rotate in programs? A lot of people have trouble with this. At least in Google Draw, it's really easy. See the little dot up at the top, you just click on it and then pull around. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and move the text box down, get it centered. And you can change the font if you don't like the font, the default font. The thing that's amazing here, there's quite a few fonts, but if you click down on more fonts, you're able to download one of thousands of fonts. And you can scroll down and see it looks like you're getting to the end, but there's more and more and more fonts. So there should be a font that you really will like for your labels. Okay, and usually when you pick a font, fonts are different sizes, so you may have to resize after. So go ahead and highlight your text and then click on the font size and click on font size you want. Or actually, you can type in the exact number that you want. We'll type in 20, and I forget to hit enter here, so it didn't work. So you'll see, I have to do it again in a second. So go ahead and go up to the text box. I typed 20 and hit enter this time. So then it will resize my text for me. That looks about right. Go ahead and center it. That looks pretty good. Another method of inserting text into the document is word art. Word art is a great option because you can stretch or resize the text simply by clicking and dragging it. So if we go up on the toolbar and click insert, you'll see the word art option. Click on word art and it brings up a dialog box. In the dialog box, you can go ahead and type in your text. And when you're done, hit enter. If you want to make another space, you hit Alt Enter, I believe. So here's the word art that came up. Cherry balm is what I typed in for our lip balm labels. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to resize. I click on the corner to resize the whole thing, on the ends to just adjust the width. Of course, we have the rotate ball up at the top. Go ahead and resize. One cool trick is when you grab onto the corners of anything, pictures, text, you can hold down the Shift key when you move it, and it will move it evenly. It won't distort the image or text or whatever you're moving, just so you know. Okay, so there you have the word art. Of course, you have the option to change the color of the word art. Go ahead and make it red since it's like a cherry. But you also can click on the custom and give you a lot more color options. So there's that option as well. You can also change the thickness of the lines on the word art. Just go up and click on the line weight. Change it to 2 pixel and then back to 1 pixel. Google Drawing also includes several drawing tools. If we go up here, you can click on the line tool and then polygon. It allows you to make a custom shape if you're doing mountains in the background, something like that. I'm not super artistic, but there are the tools there. There's also stamp type tools you can click on and stretch out however you want. Go up and change the fill color. So I don't love that one. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. On this, you can make a copy of it easily. Go up to Edit, hit Copy, and then Edit and Paste. If you wanted a second whatever on your label. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make a different color background for your label. If we go up to the Shape tool and then click on Shapes and then Rectangle, I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle around the label here. Just drag down, make sure you overlap past the label. Okay, you'll notice this is on top, so I can't see anything. Well, what do? Go up to the Arrange button, come down to Order, and then select Move to the Back. That will bring it backwards so that it's behind the template, so you can get the proper alignment. Now we're going to quickly demonstrate how to create a label by importing design elements such as a logo and a background image from a photograph. First, find the image icon in the toolbar and then click on it. That will bring up a dialog box that will allow you several ways to import an image. We're just going to choose Upload and then find the file, click on it, and that brings in the image. Usually it comes in quite large. well, depending on what size your image is, of course. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit and then try to drag it down from the side. Now remember the tip, hold down shift button as you drag and it will maintain the proportions so your image doesn't get skewed and look strange. Go ahead and drag it up here and rotate with the knob on the very top over to 90 degrees. I'm going to use this as my background image, so I'm going to remove our old background from our other label and just simply drag it over and set it down. Now remember, it's in the front, so go up to Arrange, Order, and then send it to the back so you can see the template and the wording. So if you'd like to, for example, have more of the sky on this label, I'm going to stretch it out. It looks like the words show up better on the sky. So I'm going to make the image bigger, but then we're going to go ahead and trim the image down. So go up and click there and then click on the crop image, and then you can simply grab the edge of the cropping tool and bring it down and hit enter. That will complete the crop process. So there you have the background image. Okay, so I also have another image file that we're going to go ahead and use. I'm going to click on the image icon again and then choose an image to upload. I'm going to bring in our logo. And this, I have this logo as a PNG file. That's the type of picture it is. And that supports a transparent background, so it's kind of nice. When I put this over the background, you're not going to see anything except for the logo. Of course, we have to resize. Pretty easy to do. Okay, I'm going to drag this over to the side for a second. I want to get rid of the Curated Naturals text right there and replace it with the logo. I actually have a hard time right here trying to select that Curated Naturals. You might run into this. So what I'm going to do is highlight it, the template, and send the template to the back to see if that'll let me grab it, and it does. Allows me to grab it. And I'll delete that text box just by hitting the delete key. And then I can go up to Arrange again, Order, and then send it to the back. And I'll drag over the logo and we'll see what it looks like. So there you go, looks pretty good. Our next step will be copying the image so that we can print a full sheet of labels. There's a couple of shortcuts here that will make things a lot faster. I'm sure many of you know the keyboard shortcuts Control-C and Control-V. Control-C will copy a selection and Control-V will paste. And that works in most programs, at least on Windows-based machines. The shortcuts may be different if you're using a Mac or a Chromebook. If someone wants to let me know, that would be great. Okay, now we're going to copy. Make sure your selection, whatever you want, is selected. We're just going to go up and click on copy and then edit, paste. It will bring up another one. Right here I hit Control V and bring up a third one. I try to drag it over, but I decided it's easier just to have two up at one time, so just hit delete key to get rid of one of them. Go ahead and drag it over, line it up over the other templates, and here I go up to arrange, order, send back, and it doesn't put it all the way to the back. Okay, it's good to see that only that didn't send it all the way to the back. The other button, send to the back, would have done it. So we'll go ahead and do that here. Send to the back, and then it does go back behind the template. You can see it good there. Hit a Control V to go ahead and insert another one. Then we'll go up and arrange, order, and send to the back. Okay, now we have a row of 3 here. So if you click on them, hold down your shift button and click on the other ones, you can select all of them and then copy. So now I've copied the whole row. Go ahead and paste. It's a way to do it a lot faster. So we have the whole row now that we can go ahead and drag down and line up. And I actually drug down the template instead of my images that I wanted to drag down. So good thing this program has the undo button. Just go up and hit the undo button to fix any mistakes like that. You gotta watch for that. Make sure you're selecting the right thing. It's easy to select the template and move that instead of moving. You see I did it again here. So I'm going to go back and try to select the right thing this time. There we go. I've got it right this time. And then we'll drag it down, put it in place, send it to the back. I'm trying here to move them up a little bit. Again, take me a minute to select the right thing. If you hold down shift, you can select more than one thing at a time. Go ahead and click on it. There we go. I've got them all and move them all up. They look right now. So now if I go ahead and hit Control V again, I'll get another row, and then I can easily drag it down. And it doesn't take too long before we have it all filled in. So I just wanted to show you something here. I made a mistake on the labels. I'm wondering if anybody caught it. If you look at the Curated Naturals, the S right there, down below, right there, is right on the edge. It's definitely too close to the end. So if in our printer we got any shifting at all, that S would not show up on the label. So it's important to leave some room there. So I'll go ahead and fix that. I won't bore you and make you go through the whole video of me fixing that, but we need to leave some space. Like the cherry balm part looks pretty good. There's space there that if there's minor shifting, it's still going to stay on the label. Yay, we've made it to the fun part, printing. First, before we print out, we definitely want to get rid of the template lines. You probably want to get rid of those in any label project you do, especially because they probably won't line up with the outside exactly. Just go ahead and click on the template and hit the delete key. And I do that here and get rid of all of those. Simple. Okay, before we print though, I wanted to talk about something just for a minute here. So first off, you should print on a normal piece of paper and put it behind your labels and hold them up to the light, and then you can see if it's lined up correctly. That will save you a lot of frustration and possibly some label sheets. So more than likely everything lined up correctly for you, but if not, there is a way to move your design so that it lines up. Sometimes printers can be finicky, sometimes even the same printer, depending on which paper tray you put it in, can have slightly different alignment. So what you can do is go ahead and go up to Edit, click on Edit, and then select All, and then simply drag your design. It should be all selected so that you can drag the whole thing over and get it into proper alignment. Just make sure and print it then again on a normal sheet of paper so you don't waste any labels, and see if that works for you. Okay, printing is straightforward. Just go ahead and hit your File command and go down to Print. Click on Print. It will bring up the print dialog. Now, something important here I'm showing. Make sure Fit to Page is not clicked. You can see that when I click the button, the radio button for Fit to Page, it changes the size, and that will throw your labels off. So make sure that that box is unchecked. Then simply hit the print button, and voila, you are done.